What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the page or the channel. Big thing I have to start off with this was 2 views on the last YouTube channel. We got to do better than that. So tell your friends, tell your people, spread it out to the world. Watch it multiple times if you have to. We can't be having another 2-view video out there. It makes us look bad. I think they were my parents. All right, here we go. So today we got to start with our workout. Jacob. Oh, first off, I'm Nicholas.
I'm Jacob, and this is the Holt perspective.
All right, we're back. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest. I just wasn't even thinking about it. So, Jacob, what was your favorite workout of the week? Go.
So it was 3 sets completed every 10 minutes of 20 cal row into 12 burpee box jump overs and a 30-inch box, and then 20 cal row again into 9 burpee box overs, another 20 calories on the row, and then 6 burpee box overs.
Ooh,
And then you
nice.
get to rest in the remaining 10 minutes, run through that 3 times.
Nice. So, what were your goals here in this workout? What were you kind of pressing into? What were you trying to see if you could hold the pace? What were you feeling?
Yeah, so biggest thing is a lot of workouts that I do, I start out hot. My first, like, whatever workout it may be, if it has multiple rounds, first round is a lot faster than any other round beside that. And I think I just got to find that right time of, all right, I'm fresh, I can still do something quicker, but I got to hold something left in the tank because I still have, in this case, two more sets to do here. So just playing around with that. Sometimes I didn't do it in this workout, but sometimes with that 10-minute rest, or not 10-minute rest, but 10-minute interval, I will, if I notice a big gap in between my splits, I'll take an extra 30 seconds, minute, whatever that workout needs to get my pacing back and be like, all right, now I'm still a little bit tired, but I gave myself a little bit of rest to get back to that initial pace or try to beat that initial pace.
Right, yeah, because with those interval workouts, like going in and kind of redlining and kind of going up and down with those heart rate and just getting stuck up there is not the point of the interval. So
Nah.
it takes some extra time if you need to get that heart rate down.
Yep. So playing around with that, just trying to get better at it once it becomes needed.
Absolutely.
What do you have as your favorite of the week?
So my favorite of the week, I got to bring up. Jacob and I went and did a little competition this weekend on Friday called the Coachman Games of 2022. Part thrice they called it because it was their third time. And my favorite event from that favorite workout from that event had to be this little partner workout because it was a team of 4. So we had the yoke, and then we had a 150-pound sandbag, and you had to throw the sandbag back and forth 4 times. Then you had to push the yoke about 25 feet to your other pairs, and then you just went back and forth for 6 minutes, and you were scored on the length that you got. So I thought it was a lot of fun to work with someone, fun to kind of throw a sandbag around and push a sled yoke-ish thing, and I feel like it's fun to do events that are kind of outside moving objects. I really enjoy those. So yeah.
It was a nice little change of pace from
And I think we took first in that event too.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that event. I know overall we did. We got these sick coolers, huge coolers.
Shout out to Coachman for that.
Shout out to Coachman for the awesome gifts. So that was a lot of fun. But without further ado, let's get rolling into our topic for the day. And our topic for the day is: should you plan deload weeks, or should you go off of feel for your deload weeks? So when you get that question asked for you, Jacob, what's the first thing that pops up into your head?
So first thing that pops up may not necessarily be my answer to it, but first thing that pops up is you got to listen to your body. So if you're burning yourself down, you can't just continue to be like, oh, well, I'm going to try to do a 1 rep max today. And then all you're going to do is find yourself upset that you're 20 pounds less than your past 1 rep max and you doing all this training, and what am I even doing this for if I'm just gonna lose weight on my top workouts? So that's the first thing that comes into mind. Listen to your body, but also, and this is a nice little buzz phrase across the PT school and PT world, really, physical therapy, is it depends. So it depends on your body. Like if you are completely burnt in the ground and you have a heavy week, you might want to cycle into a deload week that week. But if you don't have anything necessarily pressing in the next month, 2 months, like if you're not training for a specific competition or event, whatever that may be, if you're not training for something specifically in the short term, try to push it that next week. Like even if you feel dead and you're like, maybe I should go to a deload, I would say push it that next week and see what you have. So even if you're feeling dead, maybe you might feel a little bit dead, but once you start rolling, you notice that your scores aren't that much lower, or they're pretty comparable to what you did in the past, and you kind of unlock more things that you know about your body. So it depends. I think for the most part, try to push it depending on what your near future looks like.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna 100% agree with you right at the end when you were talking about pushing it when the program says to push it. So like for the most part, the programs are written very well. Like people might blame programming all the time because like, I don't like this or I don't like that or whatever. But there's usually, if you get a solid program out there, which there's a ton of, whether you go a powerlifting program, whether you do a CrossFit program, whether you do a weightlifting program, like whatever you do, they're written really well by really smart people that work really hard in what they do. So if you get a trusted program, you should trust the program, whether it's like, week 3 of your 6-week cycle and that 7th week is the deload. You got to hold as long as you can, because they wrote it for a reason, and maybe they know the 3rd week is really hard, but you just got to deal with it. Now, if you're injured, obviously you got to listen to your body. But here, in my opinion, like, listen to the programming. I think that we we can get too far on that scale of being like, oh, I know my body better than the programming, or I know that I need to do this, or that for this. And in some sense, yes, because I think we talked about that in our earlier videos. You need to make shifts to the programming that you have. But at the same time, you need to listen to the thing that you're following. So in my opinion here, the only reason you want to make a deload week because of your body and the way you feel is because if you're injured, or if like you're going into a competition week, and every program isn't going to be written for a random competition that you picked up. So maybe you got a deload because you got a competition at the end of the week. But other than that, listen to the program.
Yes. You listen to your body too much, your body lies. Your body will always take the path of least resistance. It is trying to survive. It does not care what you look like. It does not care how well you work out, how well you train. Your body does not care. Your body wants to get to tomorrow. So, yeah, it's going to want to take more off days than maybe your programming provides for you. So, yes, listen to your body when we're talking more serious injuries, but if we're just listening to it like, oh, I think my body just wants a rest day, and then it wants this, wants that.
And you can really throw your programming out the window if you start doing that. Because let's say you take a needed deload week on week 4 of a program, and then it wants to ramp it up. So it wants to ramp up for those 6 weeks. Then you come back week 5, and that's actually like a mini deload because week 6 is maxing out. So then before you know it, you deloaded week 4, you mini deloaded week 5, then it's test week and you're not ready for test week, and then you deload week 7 and you're like, I just deloaded for like 4 weeks in a row.
Right. So programming is there for a reason, you follow it for a reason.
Yes. You don't start a program just to like stray away from it a few weeks in.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, I think we agree here. And I don't think, and you want to know what? Maybe you have other opinions. You want to drop comments in the comments below. But like, you're gonna have to have a really good reason here to kind of stray me away from listen to your body all the time with these deload weeks.
Yes.
You ain't doing yourself justice at the end of the day.
Love to see your opinions on it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what we got to say on that.
All right. Well, I think that's all we got for today.
Yes, sir.
Sweet. All right. Well, I'm Nicholas.
And I'm Jacob, and we're the Holt Perspective. Thanks for dropping in.